Today I'm answering your questions and doing it in sort of a day in the life style, so I'm not just on camera, but you guys asked me some questions and I'm gonna give you the answers. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. It's different today. If you remember, a couple weeks back, maybe a couple months, been really bad about that. I asked you guys if you had any questions for me that I can answer in a Q&A, and it's time to finally answer. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a day in a life, although I'm horrible at vlogging. So you have to bear with me if I can remember to do this all day. Got a couple things going on today, but I thought I would share my day with you and answer some of those questions that you asked. Today is actually quite a busy day. I have a lot of things going on. It's the start of Vidcon. So I'm gonna be going up there to meet up with some of my friends from the YouTube NextUp program. I'm also gonna be driving up with one of my friends. You guys know him, Ramon from Ramon at Home. He's gonna be meeting me at my house. We're gonna drive up together since we're both in San Diego. So that will be really exciting, and I'll show you a little bit of that too. So I have my questions here on my phone, so I thought I would just go ahead and start it off. This first one is asking me, how do you manage your time between family doing activities with the kids and making the videos so productively? I think it's much easier to do these videos when my kids are in school. So I have a little bit of time. I also do work, and so I just try to fit it in where I can. I have a system that I try to make it very streamlined to go through it. A lot of the times I'm able to use the kids with me. They like to watch me film. They like to help me wherever they can, so that kind of helps too. This one's really easy. Do your children do non-academic activities? Yes, definitely, of course. We don't just do educational only activities. I just let them have free play. They do whatever they want. They play with Pokemon cards and stuffed animals, and there's no set rhyme or reason to it. They just like to play, and so definitely lots of opportunities for open play to do whatever they want. It's not just all educational based, although they are learning when they play because that's just how play is, but there's nothing really structured, so they have a lot of free time to do whatever it is they want. I think I'm gonna go head down and start some breakfast because I'm kind of hungry. So while that's cooking up, more questions. This one is kind of funny. What is a random or weird talent, hobby, or skill you have? I don't think I have anything that's weird or random. I can double loop my tongue. I don't want to show you because I don't want that on YouTube forever, but I can make it do 2 loops, and that's, I guess, a weird random talent that sometimes I'll do maybe after I have a margarita. I really like this question, actually. Do you use incentives to have your kids sit through brief educational structured play? My big answer to this is no. There's no like true incentives. I don't give rewards. They actually like to do it. They request to do it. There's a lot of good quality time that we have together. If they aren't liking to do it or wanting to do it, there's no pressure. We just don't do it. We try it again another time. And the reason being is because they actually do go to school. And if I was a homeschooler, it might be a different situation, but I know that they're getting this in school, and everything we do at home is supplemental. So no true rewards, but they do ask to do it. Okay, things are cooking. I gotta go. All right, breakfast is served. I got another question here. It says, can you do a video on tackling fractions, divisions, telling time, and multiplication for beginners? I don't have anything for division right now. I do have a video on multiplication that uses the Montessori multiplication method, which I love and highly recommend. So that one I'll have to put down below in the description box for you to go check out. Fractions I haven't gotten to yet. I've done it kind of minimally here and there, like very beginner intro, kind of mentioning it when you have a couple like larger activities that you could do. So maybe that is a video I need to do next. I'm gonna eat now, you guys. I won't let you watch me do that. Breakfast is over, and that means I have to get to work. So I've got to film. Actually, I'm going to be filming the rest of a Target video, which is probably posting today, so you will have already seen it. If not, you might want to go back and check that out because it's all the learning stuff. I got to film my haul part, so all the things that I bought. And there's some good stuff in here. And so gotta do that, and a little bit of a Dollar Tree haul and fitting that in real quick. And then I have another question. Actually, it's about hauls. This person is saying that they don't have a Target because they don't live here. And they say, well, they don't live in the US. How do we do the activities you show? And so that's basically what I think the whole channel is about. My whole channel is about inspiring you and giving you ideas. And so although you might not be able to purchase some of the things that I'm showing you in the videos, you can certainly do alternatives or make them your way or find alternative materials that are the same. So you don't have to have the things that are in the video. You just twist it. You turn it around to make it work for you. And so there's a lot of different things that you can do that way. And that's how I used to do it when I first started, is I started just see things like on Pinterest or my friends doing them. And I said, how can I do that with the things that I already have? So keep that in mind when you're watching. And that was a really good question. So this next one is, how do you plan out the activities during the day? I have 2 little ones, and sometimes I don't know how to schedule the day out. So when my kids were not in school and when they were kind of in preschool-ish, I would just know exactly what skills that I wanted to work on and to help them with, and then I'd make activities for that and just kind of put them aside into another area, another room. And so when the opportunity came up, or we had some time, I could just easily pull them because they were already prepared and ready to go. In the summertime, when they weren't in school, I did have designated time, and then when they were toddlers and not in school and preschool, we had a certain time of the day that we did it every single day. And that was usually right before nap time, and like right after lunch, right before nap time, or right before lunch. And then we would do it then for like, 15, 20 minutes, and then we take our nap time. So I would just designate a spot. But now that they're in school, it's just as needed because they're already getting that formal education. And so now I just use it to supplement. So I don't really have a formal schedule now, but when they were really little, I definitely did. Now I need to get to this filming and get this out because I know you guys really want to see this Target video. Just finished editing a video, like it took forever. It really took a long time, this one, because it's my, oh look at my hair's a mess too. It's my biggest Target shop with me ever. And so put a lot of time into it. It's long, and so I'm gonna put that up today. But I have another opportunity to answer a question. This one says, do you have a room or an area where you teach your kids and do activities with them? And if so, can you give us an idea of how it's set up? I don't have a homeschool room. I don't have like a particular area. We kind of just do a lot of work on the floor. I have a closet where I store things, but we'll do things out in the living room, the family room, the kitchen table, pretty much anywhere. So not a set space. That would be ideal. I just don't have the room for it. So we kind of just work wherever we can, but my kids love working on the floor the best. And this question says, how many children do you have, boys or girls, and ages? So I have a total of 3 girls. One is 22 years old who recently graduated from college just this year. And then I have a 7-year-old and a newly turned 6-year-old. This is a good question too that goes along with that. What time in the day do you do activities with your girls after school, weekends, and do you plan your activities in advance? So I don't plan them. I don't use a planner or anything like that. I just kind of know the skills that I want to work on, or if I get some kind of new toy that I want to work on. And usually I do prepare them in advance and just have them ready to go for when I need them. I use my trays and have them ready to go on trays so I can just take them and go. Don't have a scheduled time right now. I think I kind of answered that in the other question earlier. And so right now that they're in school, it's just kind of whenever we have time. And since it's summer, we have a lot more time, so we can do a lot more activities. But I see that my video is going. I got to get it uploaded to YouTube and then get ready for Ramon, my friend, to come, and we're going to head up to Vidcon. And actually, I think we're going to film a video too, so you might see a little bit of behind the scenes on that. It's almost done. Come on, come on, come on. All ready for Vidcon, but I didn't show you any of it. I told you I'm just a horrible vlogger. But since I'm ready, I'm gonna have to wait for a little bit until my ride gets here. And so I'm gonna do another question. How did you come up with the name for your YouTube channel? And I think I've answered this in a Q&A video before, but really there's not like a huge reason for it. I just wanted something that was involved with purple because purple is my favorite color. And then also the alphabet just kind of reminds you of learning and education. So you put them together and it's the purple alphabet. I know that wasn't quite as exciting as, as most people are probably wanting to hear. This is a good question to ask. They are asking for independent play suggestions for a 21-month-old. And I would have to say that your independent play sessions are going to be very short in comparison to an older child. So for example, I would not expect a 21-month-old to go for probably longer than 10 to 15 minutes on an activity, but I definitely think anything that sparks imagination, like building blocks, would work really well. Things that kind of make the child play versus playing for the child. So maybe they are pretended dinosaurs or animals or a farm where they can make up the play versus the toy making the noises for them. That would be my tip. So my friend Ramon has arrived. We're actually meeting up our friends, as I told you, he's right in the middle of eating. Sorry about that. We're meeting up our friends from YouTube NextUp up at Vidcon right now.
We're so excited to see these guys.
We may have had a couple snacks in the car.
Yes, a couple.
We actually ended up going to Vidcon, or no, Vidcon, what am I talking about? Daiso, Japan, and we got some Japanese snacks there.
Like this poop emoji piggy bank. I don't know if it's poop or ice cream, but I want to take it home.
It's golden. It says too, right there.
Oh.
But anyway, I wanted to do a couple quick questions before we met up with my friends. I don't know if you can see me at all, but the question is, are you an educator or a formal educator? And the answer to that is no, I'm just a mom. I like to do these activities with my kids, and I'm not a teacher or a therapist or anything like that. This question came up a lot. It was asking me if I plan on teaching my kids or putting them in school or summer school or doing homeschooling. So they are in school currently now, and they are going to continue to be in school. I do not plan on homeschooling them. It's just not something that we have in our plan. I really like this question. I asked Christina, how do you get all the ideas for your activities? Well, I don't even know. I think, looking online, sometimes I'll just have kind of like a material and I'll get inspired on what can be made from it. And so I just go based on that. And then as I get going, just more ideas come and turn into other ideas. But lots of inspirations from online for sure, or things that I've done with my kids in therapy sessions too. And a lot of times I get ideas from you guys just from leaving in the comments and doing requested videos. It's really loud. I think there's some air conditioners running. Hold on a second. This is actually a good one where people ask me how I got started, like how I decided to actually make videos, which you already know.
How did you?
You know a little bit of the story.
Well, tell us.
Well, basically I was already doing these things with my kids, and I thought it would be fun to do a YouTube channel just showing people what I'm doing, because I enjoyed watching other people make videos too. So I was already doing it, so why not just
might as well turn that camera on and upload it and see what happens.
Exactly. We're gonna head off to dinner with our friends, and maybe I'll show you a little bit of that while we're there.
Yes.
It is dark because now leaving our meetup with Ramon, we also found another YouTube NextUp friend. I have 2 more questions to answer very quickly. The first one is asking if I did all the activities on my channel with my oldest daughter, and that answer is yes, but much more minimally because there wasn't very many activities available to do at that time. It was quite a long time ago. And then the next question was, do you have a budget for the activities you do? What would be a good budget to start off with? My best suggestion for that is to just go ahead and use the materials that you already have at home. Look around. I try to give you guys inspiration so that you can find things inside your house to do the same kind of activities. Oh, now it's really, really dark. Can you even see me? Here's a light. I'll finish up right here. And use those activities that you have already at home. Shop the Dollar Tree, shop the Target dollar spots. But I'm gonna drive home now, so say goodbye to Ramon. Don't forget to go check out his channel, and we'll see you next time. Click subscribe. Bye.